All right, shalom, shalom. I would like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashir Kakadash. Double honors to my apostles, elders, bishops, a great millstone. Shalom, salutations to the Happakarim out there, which means peace to the elect, which consists of the sincere believers of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, the ones that's looking to be guided by the Ruach HaKodesh for their salvation in these end times. I'm the brother Amar, coming out of DC Church. And I just wanted to go over something that our brother was talking about last night, and it was emotions. I mean, one thing we know about emotions, if you let it take over and you don't suppress it or control it, it can get ahead and overcome you and make you do things out of the ordinary or make the wrong decisions. You know, and brothers was going over football and stuff like that, and how a football team lost because they were emotionally involved and not mentally involved. You know, talking about football, that is. You know, if I didn't already say it, because in the football game, you know, certain things that happen. You can't be too antsy, you can't be too lax, but you got to be ready. You know, one thing I could talk about is wrestling. I wrestled and I was able to compete, you know, numerous occasions actually, now I think about it. And I know like the last competition I was in, this one dude beat me, and I never forget it. Because I was just like, oh snap, that's him. Like it was the first time I wrestled and he beat me. And I knew I could win that match, man. But the thing about it is, it's like I was already hurt, man. And you know, I was already like dehydrated. I didn't know nothing about hydration. I had whiplash, and then one thing I could do was just control my emotions, man. And because I was like, once again, I was dehydrated, so like, you know, the muscles like was twitching and stuff like that, you know. And one thing I know is like muscle fatigue, you know, and emotions. Like I didn't get emotional because that dude did get stronger. That's one thing I did notice. He got stronger. And yeah, man, I had whiplash. Like I said, I was dehydrated, but I didn't give up. I didn't let him go. You know, he I could tell he got better, but I was, you know what I'm saying? I was already kind of good and stuff. But let's just get to the point of emotions, man. I could have been emotional and try to really thrash him, but there was no way I would have lost the match. I had to, like, you know, don't do too much to where I used too much energy, and that's how I lost the first time. I used too much energy in the first half, and I lost in the end. You know, I got gassed, and I was just like, they was like that. You know, so like I don't want to get too early, but that ref was he was a little biased, man. You know, that's in my opinion, but I don't want to get too off the top. We're just going to emotions, you know, because in the scriptures it shows you that Yahushua, he was the best suppressor of the emotions. When he was getting captivated by the Roman soldiers, he told Peter, like, oh, hold up. And he was like, yo, get behind me, Satan. You know, because basically he had to fulfill prophecy. But if he was in his emotions, he would have never did that. You know, Yahushua, well, he prayed to the Father for for the burden to be, for that cup to be taken away from him. But what he knew he had to go through it. So when he didn't get an answer from the Lord, he was just like, man, you know, you got to thug it out. He knew he had to thug it out. And it's like, you know, he had to thug it out, man. And that's one thing about us, man. If the Lord go through it, we got to go through it too and suffer. And that's what we see. Like these guys that came into this thing, they got too emotional. What they was going through was too heavy for them. It wasn't to bear that cross. So if you're not able to bear your cross, you're not able to be a follower of Yahushua. So I'm gonna start it off with this. I'm gonna get John 15. John 15, verse 20. It says, remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. Yeah. If we keep Yahushua saying, what? That spirit of Yahushua is going to be spread upon abroad the others. So what? They could be an example too. So anybody else that runs, they could, you know, anybody else that reads, they could run too. Because this is known as an endurance race. You know, the race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong. But some people come in here already having an idea or some type of capabilities, and they think that you know, that they could get ahead and be, you know, they could excel faster than others. But you got to come in here as a child, you know. So that's why when you come into this thing, you're totally stripped. This is like the military. You know, if you go to, you know, I like the you know, like Full Metal Jacket and Platoon, movies to that nature. You know, you get stripped, cut your hair and things of that nature. Sometimes brothers grow their hair, you know. And what having braids is, it's really a sign of a young man. You know, like that's a young man thing. But you see that it's a lifestyle change. Because this is a lifestyle. This is not something that you come into and you could quit. The Lord he will get you, man. You know, and then the scary thing about it is, like, if you don't see yourself going through hell, you kind of be wary. Like you kind of like, damn, I don't want to do too much over here, because you know the Lord's lurking for that ass, because you didn't fell out or some shit like that. I don't know how people could do it, man. I'm too afraid to get ahead and just and quit. You know, it's like it's a spirit, like Jeremiah, man. That fire inside me is just like how could you? I don't get it, but you know, that's not even here nor there. But one thing we know, us being examples. So let me get that. John 13. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this is John 13, verse 14. If I then, your Lord and Master, wash your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet. Yeah, so what? If we each help, if Yahweh was able to get ahead and lower himself to help a brother out, you know, we should also be likewise to do the same thing. It says, for I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. Let me get a quick precept. What is it? 2:21. This is 1 Peter 2, verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Mashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps, who did not sin, neither was guile found in his mouth, who, when he was revealed not again when he suffered. He threatened not, but committed himself to him that judged righteously. Yeah, he committed himself to Yahweh, man. You know, and for the elect's sake. It says, who his own self bare our sins in his body on the tree, that we, being dead in sin, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed. Yeah, we was healed through Yahweh Shah's pain, man. You know, we were able to do this work through Yahweh Shah, going through that suffering, man. So we gotta suffer too, regardless of the fact that you're going through, man. Whether you got a baby, you know, your baby mom's is tripping, maybe your living situation is messed up. It's what for the Lord. You said, accept the men in the furnace of adversity. You know, so in this truth and this thing of ours, you know, I was going over. It just made me think of something. I don't mean to be off topic, but the Apostle Gabar. See why he say this thing of ours, because the Italians, man, I was going over some mafia stuff, and there's a word, man. It's basically an Italian word for our thing. You know, just made me think of that. But and it's this thing of ours. We gotta sit there in that furnace of adversity, man. You know, and eat that and learn from it, so that doesn't happen again, man. Make an oath to yourself. You don't got to do it toward the Lord, because the Lord talks about making oaths that you can't keep. You know, it's best for you not even do it, it says. You know, because what we in this flesh, man, it's easy to go off, man. You know, we don't even know what's in half this food that we eat, right? You go to the store just for like a quick snack to quell your stomach. That's what it's saying, is this. You can't run from sin, bro. No matter what you do. This is keep on reading. For ye were as sheep gone astray, but are now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls. Yeah, Yahweh Shah watches over our souls. You know. But yeah, that was I just seen that's an example, man. Because we want to be an example. The Apostle Ricard had said to us one time. He said, "What y'all gonna do with it? You know what we're gonna do with it? We're gonna keep pushing this thing and push it forward and follow the scriptures. You know, and have faith, regardless of people's emotions and things of that nature. Whatever happens, we know we gotta keep trucking. You know, that's one thing we learned, or I learned from my apostles, elders, and bishops, is that no matter what happens, just keep pushing. And you see, there's some examples out there. The Elder Pashai, the Rapa up there in New York, they kept pushing. They was able to come back to the fold, which is beautiful, man. So that goes to show you what it's about: belief and faith, man, and believing in the Lord. Don't put your trust in man, because you're gonna fall. You know, so don't put your emotions in these things, man. But if you have a respectful person, you will get ahead and go off for the lack of bread thereof. Okay. So, with all that being said, let's get ahead. Well, I'll start off with Ephesians, because this is one of the scriptures that came up. Dang it. Alright, there you go. This is Ephesians 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah, so a lot of times, man, we have mood swings because spirits are messing with us. Because here it is, we're trucking for righteousness, and Satan is trying to hinder us from get ahead and receiving salvation constantly, man. So that's why it's good. It says stay strong. Everybody's going through something, you know. Everybody's in their head a little too much. So that's why you got these scriptures for to be a comforter. So the more you get to these comfort and you strengthen yourself within these scriptures, you become a bigger and broader tree, you know, or a bigger, broader riverbank or a river. You said out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. You know, this is water right here. This is food. This is compared to many things. One thing we know is the Ruach HaKodesh, which get ahead and gives us that mouthpiece to get ahead and let it flow. You know? Yeah. It says one thing I wanted to heap on, because spiritual wickedness, man. You got these dudes out here praying. Here it is. They'll pray over certain things or like ask Satan for advice to get in how they can make things demonic. Like a lot of this advertisement, this music, you can't run from the music because it's playing everywhere. Everybody, and people playing it loud, and they're like, you can't run from it. But what you can do is just pray to the Lord and be of good cheer, you know, because Yahushua have overcame this world, so we can also too. It's beautiful. It says, therefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Yahushua Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and have done all to stand. Yeah, you want to do all things possible to get ahead and stand. To stand what? Stand stiffly for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Like I said, regardless of the fact of despise everything. That's what Yahushua did. Despise everything. He still went through what he had to go through to he still went through what he had. He still had to go through certain things. Let me get that's in Luke. Can I grab this in the NLT? Slocky, give me 1 second. I kind of wanted to grab it. And this is Luke 13, verse 25. I'm gonna start at Luke 13, verse 25 in the NLT. When the master of the house was, his house was locked. When the master of the house has locked the door, it shall be too late. Damn, dog. It shall be too late. You will stand outside knocking and pleading, Lord, open the door for us. But he will reply, I do not know you or where you come from. Then you will say, but we have ate and drank with you, and you taught in our streets. And he will reply, I tell you, I do not know you or where you come from. Get away from me, all ye who do evil. So like, there was one that said, it says work hard, you know, because it talked about the narrow path, you know. But basically, man, you got to fight for your crown, man. And don't be emotional about it, man. You got to be practical and understand what scenarios, what conduct fits in your scenario. Because everything is not fair. Everything is not for there's a season for everything, you know. There's a time to be peaceful. There's a time to hate, you know. There's a time to judge, and there's a time that you shall be judged. And these things, what you get your spiritual eyesight strengthened with these scriptures, going over it constantly. Because as you grow, when you see things from a different perspective, a spiritual perspective, you know. That's why when you go back over certain scriptures, you look at it differently. You're able to apply it to certain situations that you was able to overcome. Dang it. Yes, lucky. It said work hard. Dang it, dog. It's all good. We just keep moving on. You know, the show must continue. This is Hebrews 21 verse. This is Hebrews 12 verse 1. It says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith. Oh, this is in the NLT. Hebrews 12 verse 1. It says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. Yeah. So what? You get put that down, because technically that's an emotion. You know, the brother. Actually, I was just watching the brother Rapaz video. I ain't watched it all, but he was going into what basically the chemical reaction in the human body of hearing good news, and which this is the gospel. You know, this is the good news, man. Because whenever your heart is heavy, you know what to turn to. You know, and everybody does it, man. Everybody does it. People that don't even believe in God say, "Oh my God," you know, be like, "Oh wait, I thought you didn't," you know, "I thought you didn't believe in God," you know. And he said, "Oh my God, yo." Somebody I know that said, "Thank God," and I was like, "Oh, you know," I thought you didn't believe in God, you know. But here it is, they secret believers, and that's the thing about us, man. We have hope that we're gonna be saved, but these people are totally screwed. It says, "Men's hearts shall fail themselves," because why? All of that anxiety and blood pressure is about to shoot through the roof because they about to see something that their mind is not able to wrap their head around. You know, so that's why when we come in across calamity, we're gonna laugh, because like, even though we may not be the fullest, but we're gonna be have some type of satisfaction of seeing these people go through hell. So that's why our brains are not gonna be all bugged out and worried because, oh, we see zombies, people eating people. It's gonna happen, man. You know, that's gonna be a sight to see. But yet we're gonna have a clear mind. Word of the week. Have a clear mind to and understand what we need to do. So whenever your mind is cloudy and you're frantic, you make bad decisions. You know, and a lot of criminals can tell you that. You just Google it. I mean, YouTube it. Yeah, Google it, YouTube it. Do whatever is necessary. It says, especially the sin that so easily trips us up. Let us run with endurance the race of Yahweh Shem Shai has set before us. Yeah, let us run. You know, and one thing about running, I love to run. And with running, man, you kind of have to build this tunnel vision to where you're not really thinking too much, you know, but you run, you know, and you're not thinking too much, but you think enough to where you're breathing through your nose, and not however you run, you know, like whatever floats your boat, you know. But the whole thing about it is just like endurance running. You know, you pick that stride and you just go. You kind of relax in that pain. I love it. I miss running. It says, verse 2, we do this to keep our eyes on Yahweh Shai, the champion who initiates the perfect hoop Salakia. In its Salakia. And innates and perfects our faith, because the joy awaits him. He endured the cross, discarding its shame. Now he is seated in the place of honor beside Yahweh throne. Yeah, what? Now look, since he endured that, now he gets to sit on the right hand of Yahweh. You know, so that's why we must endure this race. You know, like he said, despite everything, man. Well, it said discarding its shame. Like even though he had to go suffer that shame, he still went through it. So we could be healed, so we could be saved. You know, think of all the hostility he endured from sinful people. Then you won't become weary and give up. And see, you won't become weary and give up. Getting emotional, man. And everybody gets them things here and there, especially when you go on a detox and your body's not used to it, like it's detoxing and stuff like that. Or maybe it is used to it, just like your body has to go through a phase, man. Get some adaptogens, ashwagandha, rhodiola. Those are 2 adaptogens. You can look some more up, man. There's some stuff out there. Because when your body's detoxing, it has to get worse before it heals. That's normally what happens when you heal it. You know, you get a little more sick, and then the inflammation starts to slowly come down, right? When you get sick and stuff, the nasal passages be all clogged and things of that nature. You do the ginger, lemon, and honey for like 3 days straight, like, you know, like it's going out of style, and you see that inflammation slowly comes down, the mucus starts to come out, you can breathe better, you can think clearer, because when you get sick, you think like, you just like, your mind is clogged, you just kind of want to rest and lay there, you know. But oh yeah, let me get the Timothy's and then we'll be out over here. Let me see if I got it. I know it's 2. Oh, there we go. Timothy's 2. Oh man, yeah, this is 2 Timothy 2 verse 1. I'm gonna start at 1, and it's like when I was reading, you know what? I'm gonna get in the NLT, because we know King James Version. It says, Timothy, my dear son, be strong through the grace that Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua gives you in Yahushua Hamashiach. You have heard me teach things that have been done, that have been confirmed by many rebellious, reliable witnesses. Now teach these truths to others, trustworthy people who will be able to pass them to others. Beautiful, beautiful. It says, endure suffering along with me as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. You know, and endure suffering, man. This thing is about suffering. The beautiful brother, Yazar, he just said, you gotta suffer. His video, I just seen the title, you gotta suffer to receive salvation, or something to that effect. Which is, I said, that's a beautiful video, because you know, I gotta check it out. It says, you have heard me, yeah, endure. Yeah, we gotta endure long suffering, man. You know, and it's not just with you, it's just amongst your brothers too. So you gotta be in a good example. It says, soldiers, it says, don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life, for then they cannot please the officer who enlists them. And athletes cannot win the prize unless they follow the rules. Damn, you know what's crazy? I kind of want to get that in Corinthians. I don't mean to make this too long. But Corinthians went into, we're supposed to be content in all things. Go ahead and get this in Corinthians. Close it? How can you? All right, there you go. This is real quick. 1 Corinthians 9:25. It says, and every man that strives for the masteries is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible crown. Yeah, because we have individuals, they'll come in here and they're looking for a fad, you know, they're looking for the new fashion, you know. And one thing they know about this truth, where it has power, you know, because of the knowledge that if we could get ahead, it says we have gotten the unction to know all things. So you see this world as it's waking up. You know, it's waking up, but they still being slept. So as they wake up, they still being slept. So they push them through this sleep paralysis to where they're just being controlled by Satan. You know, you know how you get the sleep paralysis. They let Satan take over. You know, and now they're walking, thinking they're walking on themselves, but it's really Satan controlling them. But going to that word temperate. Yeah, be temperate in all. Yes, let me read it again. 1 Corinthians 29:25. Every man that strives for the masteries is temperate in all things. So so let's get the word temperate and see what that says. This says,
Strong's G 1467.
Ekraturamai. It says to be self-controlled. Content. It says to exhibit self-government, conduct oneself. It says oneself temporarily in a figure drawn from athletes who is preparing themselves for the games. Abstain from unwholesome food, wine, and sexual indulgence. Yeah, and then you see that those are the 3 main things that make people hurt or get people tripped up. Is those 3 are just pleasure desirable, and it's driven by emotion. You know, that emotion is driven by what? The food. You know, you over there trying to eat the Doritos, knowing that you got a match coming up. you know. And so that's why we prepare ourselves for what? So we can stand against the wiles of the devil. Which is, oh man, this is so beautiful, man. A lot of us are athletes, right? Because what? It's sexual indulgence, wine, and unwholesome foods. And that's one of the three main hitters to where, yeah, you get caught up in your pleasures. Dang it. Yeah. That was pretty much it, though. That's one of the main points I wanted to bring out is this temperate. We want to be temperate in all things, man. Be moderate. Have moderation, not doing too much in the world, because you can't do enough in this truth. So with that, I hope you was edified and inspired, to be motivated in the spirit. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim Rakapadash. Double honors to my apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations out there to the Habakarium. Shalom Habakarium, which means peace to the elect, which consists of sincere believers of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. I just want to say shalom.